Hey guys, it's Erin. I am, I think, 2 or 3 minutes late. I apologize. We just finished up dinner. And yeah, and now I'm here. So tonight, so make sure when you guys pop on, make sure you say hey. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're watching. Lizzie's watching. Hey Lizzie. Hi Shawnee. Yay. All right. So guys, tonight we're going to work on this super cute little Christmas centerpiece little idea that I made out of a few things that were going to go in the trash ultimately. So hey Dave. So this one here I made out of a tin can. You know, I think it was like sweet peas or something that we had for dinner the other night. So I saved the can and turned it into something. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Really, really cute. This one was a spaghetti jar and turned it into another little cute centerpiece piece. So yeah, and then I just put it on a charger plate with a few other little things and it looks super cute. And like I said, this was stuff that was going to go in the garbage. Maybe I should go like that. There we go. So yeah, it was going to go in the garbage and we're going to save it from the garbage. Hi, Carolyn. Glad everybody's here tonight. Isn't this cute? So yeah, that's what we're going to work on tonight, guys. Yeah, let me move all this out of the way here and we'll get started. So this is ultimately what I started with. It's a tin can. And for some reason I have a problem. Every time I, open a can of vegetables or something and I go to throw the can away, I'm like, oh, I could so use that tin can for something. Well, this year I came up with something. So that's what we're using, a tin can. So clean out your tin can, be careful, make sure there's not any, sharp stuff. If there is, use a pair of pliers and kind of bend it down. Just make sure you're doing this safely, guys. Don't cut yourselves. And like I said just a second ago, this was a spaghetti jar that I saved too. I only had one of those. So use the spaghetti jar, tin can. I've even got like the bigger tin can. So, save this stuff. Turn it into something. Turn it into a cute Christmas centerpiece like we're going to do tonight. So we'll get started, guys. Tin can. I used white paint on mine. So all I did was just slap on some white paint. I let it dry, and then I just started cutting up some ribbon that I had and layering on the ribbon. And I'm gonna, for this one right here tonight, I'm gonna do the buffalo plaid because that's so cute and popular this year. So just roll out your ribbon or fabric, whatever you're using. I'm gonna show you guys a few different ideas here that I came up with and thought, or that I think are cute. So just measure out your ribbon on your can and then cut. Something just beeped at me. I don't know what that was. That was weird. So I measured that. Then all you're gonna do is just hot glue that on the back of your. Figure out where you want your back side to be, and then there's still like the sticky parts there that I left, so I'm going to start there. If I can pick up my ribbon and just dab a few pieces of hot glue on there, or things of hot glue on there, press it into place, just like that. Everybody can see, yep. Then bring that around. Go back and double check and make sure that your ribbon's going on straight though before you completely glue it down. I think that's pretty good there. There we go. So I'm just going to glue that in the back. And don't worry about this part being perfect at all. And I'll show you in just a second that mine is not perfect here. I'm a tiny bit short, but that's okay because I'm just going to go ahead and slap on another piece of ribbon. And where did you get your ribbon? It's pretty. This one I got from the Dollar General. Yep, Lizzie's right. I got this from the Dollar General. I got all that ribbon that I used actually on those other ones was from the Dollar General too. It was $2 for 9 feet. So yeah, check your Dollar General for that. I looked at Michael's when they were on sale for Black Friday, the big rolls, and this is the print that I was looking for, and I found none. So I was a little disappointed at Michael's this year. with the buffalo plaid. I mean, maybe I just didn't find it. Maybe it's there. I don't know. But I couldn't find it. So, Dollar General. Hi, Krista. You two sound similar. Lizzie and I's voices sound similar? Is that what you mean? We are very similar. That's why this works. Yes, that is very true. We like to say we're cut from the same cloth. So, like I was saying, don't worry about that part being perfect. And like you can see, mine's, I kind of like fudged it up there a little bit. But that's all right, because we're going to cover it. I'm just going to go ahead and cover it up with another piece of ribbon. And then when this is sitting on your centerpiece, turn it to where nobody can see the back side and you'll be fine. Okay? Don't sweat the small stuff. So, I'm going to go ahead and put another piece of ribbon on there. I'm doing like a canvasy looking one. It's kind of tannish. And both of these are wire ribbon is what I'm using on this one. Hi, Mom. How are you tonight? My mom's on. Okay. I got a lot of my crafting from my mom. She's been known in our family as Susie Stewart, aka Martha Stewart. So yeah, that's where I got a lot of my craftiness from. What kind of paint did you use on your paint can? I used a chalk paint, a white chalk paint on mine, but you could use, that's just because I had it already, but these little apple barrel paints are just fine. The only one that I've had a problem with, and Lizzie too, is the red. Doesn't seem to, the coverage is not so great. But all these other ones, the coverage was perfect for me. So I suggest just these little 50-cent ones from Walmart, the little apple barrel paints. But like I said, I used the chalk paint only because I had it. So that's what we have so far, guys, right there. And right now at this point, I'm going to take my little sanding block that you'll see me use all the time, and I'm just going to kind of rough up my white paint a little bit and kind of bring some of the can back out, kind of distress it a little bit. I think it looks really cute, kind of farmhousey, you know. So I'm just going to rough up my can. And I actually forgot, guys, that this can, I actually did, I wanted to see how it would come through, but I actually did, I first painted it green, actually. I forgot that I did this. Then I put white over it because I wanted to see if I could get the green to come through on under the white, but it looks like with my sanding block, it's just pulling it straight back down to the tin. So that effect didn't work so well, but that's okay. I like it like this anyway. So this is perfectly fine with me. I guess if you wanted, maybe it would come through if I sanded like really, really, really light. The green may come through. Yeah, I guess it kind of is. So now that I've distressed that to how I want it, like that. Pro tip, add a little plaster to your apple barrel paint to make it thicker. That's a good idea. Yep. The plaster of Paris that you can get Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot. That's a really good suggestion, Lizzie. So now I'm just going to add a few little cute things on there. I've been using these things, this little pick thing, and I used them on the ornaments the other night also. They're super cute. So I'm just going to add that on there. Yeah, I'm going to do that. If you have any of these kind of like picks like this, you could also like pick through this kind of stuff and just put those on there would be really cute. I've got another idea for those in just a minute that I'm going to do, so that's why I'm not going to use them right this second. So figure out where the front of yours is, and I hear the kids out there playing. And just hot glue your little embellishment thing here on there and hold it in place. Super easy. And then I'm going to add a bell. Y'all, this is a tin can. You know, it was a can of sweet peas, I think, that I was going to throw away that I turned into something cute. So, y'all, it's turning trash into something cute. I love it. I'm just holding that little piece in place there. This is some serious decorating on a budget, y'all. I'm gonna add a little bell, just so it's, just to add a little cuteness. The bell's definitely not gonna ring or anything because it's just gonna sit on a table, but it's really cute. Lizzie, can everybody see everything on my table? The comments kind of block it, so I can't tell. So you let me know if everybody can see what I'm doing here. If I need to readjust my camera, just let me know. All right, y'all. That's it for this one. I've got another one to show y'all. Hey, Chrissy. I've got another one to show y'all, another idea. So, we're not done just yet. So, thank you, Carolyn. Isn't that cute? Trash. This is decorating on a budget, y'all. Too cute. Oh, wait, one more thing before I forget. We have to fill it with our greenery. So Lizzie asked me she said, where did you get the little trees, the little Christmas trees that you stuck in them? I said, no, they were just the scraps from the pieces that we cut off from our Christmas tree. Was all it was. So I just went out there, grabbed a limb, and just cut off all these extra things. And don't take my word for it, but I think that if you put a little bit of water in here, they should be okay, at least for the season, at least. I mean, we put water in the Christmas tree to keep it alive, so I'd assume that it would work for the limbs too. But like I said, don't hold me to that, y'all. I don't want to get any messages about that the limbs died, that I was wrong. Not that any of y'all would do that. So these, like I said, these are just Christmas tree leftover limbs that we had to cut off because ours was way too big. And then, ta-da! You can take some of your little picks or something that you have. These are ones that I've had like forever that just haven't made it on any decorations this year. So they're gonna make it in the centerpiece. And they're just little spirally, glittery gold things. I've had them forever. I want to say I got them from the dollar store years ago. I'm not sure. So stick in some of those. Cut off a little piece of your berries. Stick those in. Those were also from that little pile that I had there. Right there. I just cut off some of those berries. And I've had those for years too. I don't know where they came from either. And stick it in there. Just like that. I'm gonna get that right. There we go. Okay, cute. There it is, y'all. So cute. Love it. So, I'm gonna do another little idea. Before I move on to the next idea, I want to pause for a second and show y'all. I had tried to do this in the ornament video that I did the other day, but the baby had fallen. If you saw it, the baby had fell asleep. I didn't get his handprint, but I have it all finished now. So I wanted to come back and show y'all that I finished that ornament. I got his handprint on there, and these were just the small little canvases. I believe they were 97 cents at Walmart, and they're just little canvases just like that. So I tried to paint it the other day and it didn't work, and so anyhow I did this today, painted it green, did his little handprint, did a little pattern on the side, and then I sealed it up with Mod Podge, and I just wrote his name in a black Sharpie marker and dated it. So yeah, isn't that cute? I had to show that off. I thought it was adorable. Okay, so moving on to the next idea. So the next can, so let's say that you don't have any ribbons laying around, but you want to do this and you've set aside a can and you want to do it. Go get some 50-cent apple barrel paint, and you could do this idea. For me. My mom wants to know if these are being made for her. Hi, Teresa. No pressure. What's the no pressure about? If you like what Erin is doing, share this video. Yes, guys, share with your friends. Tag a friend. Yeah. So if you don't have, like I said, if you don't have ribbon, but you've got a can that you saved and you want to make the centerpiece, go get a 50-cent thing of paint, grab a little paintbrush, and just draw on some lines just like this. I'm going to do a green line, and then I'm sure we can add a little something to it and make it look cute. Maybe I'll just throw on a little twine or a little rope. Ooh, the baby's at the door. He hears me. I heard him out there. He was playing with his daddy. He must have gotten mad. He'll be 2 in January, y'all, and he's doing the 2-year-old stuff already. If you know what I mean. Yeah. So that's looking cute. These could be so super simple, and they're gonna look cute on your table. You could also poke holes in the cans. Be very careful if you do that. You know, with a nail, just tap in some nails, poke little holes, do your little battery operated candles inside of them, and set them on the table. That would be cute too. Whatever y'all have. Don't go out and spend a fortune on this stuff. Or if you want to go find it, go to a thrift store and find the good stuff. Lizzie said, hey, Finn. Was he really that loud? Y'all could really hear him. Sorry. Okay. So I'm good with the green there. Since that's wet, I don't want to go over it with anything right this second. But I do have this stuff that I shared in the video the other day. I got this whole roll for 50 cents at the thrift store the other day. So it's just thick string cord. I don't know what it's actually called. But you could wrap some of this around there and make it look cute. I am just trying to throw out a couple different ideas to try to, you know, help it and inspire y'all to be creative and use what you have and do different things with it. So that's why I'm throwing out a bunch of different ideas here and doing them a bunch of different ways. Just in case not everybody has all the crafting stuff. So I'm just gonna wrap this around a couple times. I'm gonna tie it off. Maybe tie a little cute little bow. This little idea is just kind of coming together. The paint's not even completely dry. It's peeling off with my finger. But we're just going to call that heavily distressed is what we're going to call that. Macrame cord. Yes. Okay, so that's what you make the macrame hanging, wall hanging things with. Shani, I actually had thought about calling it that, but I was like, watch, it's probably not that. So I didn't want to sound like a complete ding dong. But macrame. Okay. So I don't love this idea, but we're gonna go with it. I feel like it needs, it's kind of wimpy-ish, but maybe if we add a couple things to it, we can bring it back and make it look pretty, hopefully. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to slide this little thing behind here and kind of hide it behind the cord a little bit. That's what I'm trying to do, but it's not working, so we're just gonna smack it right in the middle. How about that? That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna hot glue that in place. I think that looks really cute and simple. Just white, green, and the little pop of red. I think that's really cute. So guys, I'm just gonna go with this and leave it just like that. Yeah. I'm gonna cut off this extra wire that's sticking out off these red things, little berry things. But I think that's really cute and simple and extra distressed because I peeled off some of the paint with my fingers. We're just gonna leave it like that. I'll actually just kind of go with it and rough it up a little bit more with my little sanding block, and it'll be fine. I hope everybody's having a good night. Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow is our last day of our Christmas crafts. We'll start just regular decorating, talking about painting furniture, painting stuff in your house, repurposing things. We're going to steer away from Christmas just a little bit. And because by now most people are done decorating for Christmas. Me, I'm not, but most people are. Are y'all like me? I pull out my Christmas box and it takes me forever to decorate. Because everything that I pull out from last year that I thought was cute last year, I all of a sudden feel like I need to repurpose it and that I need to do something. I can bring it back to life and make it look pretty in a different way. So that's what takes me forever to decorate for the holidays. Or is anybody out there with me? Thank you, Carolyn. It's just throwing in a different idea. It's not the prettiest, but it'll work. So I'm gonna rough it up a little bit more, like I said. Lizzie said we'll sneak peek some Christmas and every once in a while. Yes, between now and Christmas. But I've already got a good craft video that I was working on the other day for the day after we're finished with these Christmas crafts. I did a really cute, repurposed a really cute shelf that I'm just going to share with you guys. It was a cute thrift store find that I made, I think I made look really pretty. So there's that one. Everybody can see it. There we go. Now we're just going to stick some little Christmas tree leftovers in there. And whoop. These things are prickly. This has got to be the prickliest tree I think we've ever gotten. It hurts. That's why when it fell the other day, y'all, I shared the pictures. When it fell the other day, I went to catch it, but to try to sling it back up as it was falling. Yeah, these little prickly things are so sharp. I was just like, forget it. Like, go, timber. And there it went. Like I said, though, I was happy to report we did not lose any ornaments. I fixed that one ornament, and we are good to go. Tree is back up, and I will not try to stuff any presents behind it anymore. Learned my lesson. And y'all, the worst part about that was the fact that I had just finished cleaning that room and vacuuming up all of the little needles that had fallen off the tree when we brought it in. So I had just finished vacuuming, and then down the tree went. So I had to pull out the vacuum and clean it up again. So that was the funny part, or not so funny part actually, about that whole thing. But all is well now. So y'all, I'm just sticking in the little spirally things again, and I'm gonna put some of these little gold ones in there, and that'll be it. Since I used gold or red on the front, I'm gonna throw some gold in there, and I think that is good for me. I think I like that. What do y'all think? Good, good, good. Cute. It's simple. I love it. And I'll show y'all the whole centerpiece again when we're all done of all the ones that we worked on tonight all together. And again, if you're just joining us, I'm doing tin cans that we're going to go in the trash. Tin cans, you know, your sweet peas, your corn, all of that kind of stuff. That's what I'm working with. Tin cans. That's it. So last one I'm going to do here real quick, and then I'll show y'all the whole centerpiece again. This one's a little bit bigger, so I'm going to go ahead and rough it up now. All I did was painted it with the white paint. I did 2 coats on here. I used chalk paint. You could use the apple barrel paint, add a little plaster in there, the plaster of Paris, and it'll thicken it up some. And just slap it on your tin can that you were going to throw away. I'm just bringing out some of the metal to make it look, you know, farmhousey and aged and distressed, you know. Another idea that you could do, I attempted to do it a little bit ago, but my freehanding with a paintbrush was not looking so hot, so I stopped. But you could, if you're good with writing and stuff, you could paint on like Merry Christmas or Joy or Happy Holidays, whatever you want, or you know, your family name, monogram it, something. Throw your spin on it, but that would be cute too, with the little, you know, tree limbs and stuff sticking out of it. So for this one, I cut a piece of fabric, because you could also use fabric too, guys, and wrap that around it, just like that. And again, these are those fat quarters that I've been using the last couple videos too. These are just those fat quarters, and I cut it into a strip, and that's really cute, actually. I think I'm gonna go with that. Should I do that first, or should I do red underneath it, and then maybe gold? Or is the gold too thick? I'm gonna do that. I think that's cute with just a little bit of red peeking out. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. That works with me. So, like I said, this is just my fabric fat quarters from Walmart that I got for 97 cents. I've shown these the last couple times. 97 cents, the fat quarters in the fabric department. Yeah, 97 cents. Actually, no, what am I doing? I wanted to do the burlap. I'm not doing the red ribbon. Red then gold. Yes, I know. I was gonna go with that, guys, but I changed my mind. Hi, Melina. I changed my mind at the last second because I want to do the burlap, because I did the burlap on that one. I want to do the burlap real quick, and I'm going to do the gold on top of the burlap like that. And then maybe I'll do like a red string across the front. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to measure out my burlap, and okay, so that goes around good. I'm just going to cut a strip of this. I want the strip to be a little bit thicker than the gold stripe that's on there. So I'm going to lay that on top of it so I can see how much to cut off. And then I'm just going to cut. And y'all, the easier way to do this is to just fold it in half and cut one time like that when you're cutting these strips. So just fold it in half, cut it down the middle, and then you've got your strip. Save yourself a little time. So, I said this the other day in the video. You see how that's like frayed like that? I like that look. So that's what I want. That's what I'm going for. So all you do to fray the ends like that is just grab a couple of them, or a few of them, and just pull them out, and then it frays like that. And sometimes you gotta pull a little bit. So now it's frayed like that. I didn't exactly do it straight, so I'm going to cut some of that off. Okay, now I'm happy with it. All right, so I'm just going to glue my burlap on here. Same way I did the other ones with the hot glue, just a couple dots. Y'all, we are decorating on a budget here today with these little tin cans that we're going to go in the garbage. We saved them and we're bringing them back to life. I have such a hard time trying to throw these tin cans away because I think in my head I could do something with those. I just never come up with an idea, so I just end up tossing them. Especially over Thanksgiving, I felt really, really bad throwing them away. I really wish I would have saved them. Because I had like those big like yam ones. Those would have been really good ones, but I tossed them. So from now on, save a few cans here and there. Don't go can crazy, y'all. Don't turn into the crazy can collector lady or something. But save a few of them, set them to the side to do something like this. I'm just gluing my burlap in place. And I already have my little strip of my gold fat quarter fabric. I'm going to just put it right smack in the middle of my burlap. And I'm going to line it up in the back with that other, where I put the other one together. Super simple, super easy, y'all. We are decorating a tin can for Christmas. All right. So now I feel like this one needs like a little red or something. So I want to throw some red on there. I've got some red. Let's see what I've got. I've got some red. I've got some red. It's like red shiny raffia is what it is actually. I don't know where I got it from, but I think I'm gonna do a couple strands of that around it. I think that would be cute. I like them. I had like a million formula cans. I threw them away. Yeah, don't turn into a crazy can collector, y'all. Don't do that, because that's probably not cute. Yeah, don't do that. But just save a few. Stash them under your sink for a little bit until you figure out something to do with them. So I'm just wrapping this little string around here. I'm just going to tie a cute little bow. And then I'm still going to add some cute stuff to the front of it too. as soon as I'm done. I love it. I think it is cute. There we go. I bet y'all, I wish I would have thought about this ahead of time. I bet wrapping paper, you could do wrapping paper too. That would look really cute. Some wrapping paper. Okay, y'all. There's that. That one is done. And you know what? I'm actually gonna leave that one just like it is. I think it's cute. I think it's simple. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this one. I'm not gonna do anything else to this except for add my my scraps. That's all I'm gonna do. And again, I cut these off of these are scraps off of our Christmas tree. They were extra limbs that were left over. I'm stealing some from these ones that I did earlier, 'cause I didn't cut enough apparently. So do the tall ones in the back, the little ones towards the front, and voila. That one needs a little bit more. Ta-da! That's it. They do look like little Christmas trees. Yes. Hi, Iris. Iris, I'm gonna do your peppermint candy idea. Iris gave me a great idea earlier, a wreath idea with peppermints, and I was going to try to do it today, but I did not make it to the store to get the peppermints and the stuff, so that's how this craft happened. But I'm going to do the wreath, so and I will post pictures. So there we go. So y'all, let me pull back out my centerpiece thing here. So we did this one, the bigger can. We did the buffalo plaid one, and we added all the cute stuff to it. And then we did the simple little green one with the painted on stripe and the little red embellishments on there. So we're gonna put those in our little centerpiece. And don't forget that you can do spaghetti jars too, and wrap stuff around them. Will be really cute too. So, y'all, just imagine this in the middle of a table, your centerpiece in the middle of a table with this cuteness sitting in it on a charger plate. I had this green little charger plate. These are the burlap scraps that I got from the thrift store last weekend. So, look at that. I'm going to put the big one in the back and the buffalo plaid and this one. And y'all, look how cute this is. This is just a little ornament that I got from Walmart a couple years ago. And there's a little, here, actually, just put a little candle on there. There we go. That's cute, y'all. I hope y'all can see the whole thing. Lizzie, can you see it? I thought you were the mini tree. I thought they were the mini trees. Yeah, nope. Christmas tree cut off limbs from our Christmas tree. And of course, just throw in more stuff if you think it needs more stuff now at this point. I'm going to add a little height back here. Whoop. Whoop. That one keeps wanting to fall over. Oh my goodness, stay put. That one's being naughty. So add a little height in your jars. And ta-da. So cute, so easy, so inexpensive. Like I said, these were tin cans that were going to get thrown away. Ribbon, string, an ornament, and some cute little things. Yeah. Maybe I'll cut those a little bit shorter. Actually, I will. Real quick. Not with scissors. There we go. Those were a little too high. So easy. So cheap. Like I said earlier, we're decorating on a budget. That is it, y'all. How cute. Let me get a good look at it. Oh. There we go. I hope y'all love it. I hope y'all go decorate. So easy. A caveman can do it. That's right. Did they have cans? No, they did not have canned food back then. So yeah, no, that's not completely true. All right, y'all. That's all I've got for tonight. This was day 11 of our Christmas crafts. Tomorrow is day 12. Lizzie and I are going to be working on a really cute craft idea that she came up with. So we're going to go live together tomorrow and do the craft together. So that'll be really cute. Y'all don't want to miss that. That's our last day of Christmas crafts. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say, to tell y'all. I don't know. But look, you can also change out like a little ball or ornament on there. Would be cute too. These are the ones that we did the other night on day 9. So yeah, you can throw different ideas on there. Different little things. Super cute. All right, I think that's all I've got, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Iris, my mom, Chrissy. Who else did I see? I'm trying to remember. Teresa. I'm sorry if I forgot. My mind, yeah. Bad memory. Okay, thank you, guys. Stay tuned tomorrow. Tomorrow's our last night of lives, and y'all have a good rest of your evening, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, bye.